Did you say? I thought you. I heard you say chung knocked.
No,
He did say
Or
chomp.
am I making things up?
That's an Australian term. Welcome back, boys. Good to see you guys.
Chung knocked.
I
Yeah,
got
chong
chong
knocked.
knocked.
You got Chong.
Woo!
Hold up! Hold up! Hold up!
Bring the noise. New year, same
minute.
us.
That's right. Same us. Everyone
But
looks
different.
New Year's, same
generally
us. Hey,
rejuvenated,
thanks.
right?
Yeah.
Look ugly but rejuvenated. Is that what you just said?
Really?
I
God.
didn't say ugly.
Oh, good. I
I
just
just
said
Yeah.
thought that. I didn't say
He
that.
said
loud.
Hayden looks ugly. Justin looks rejuvenated.
yeah. The facial scarring is a problem.
Yes, yes. Well, to our listeners, happy 2026. Hope you guys all had a very lovely holiday. Got to spend with your loved ones. Got some, you know, got to relax perhaps, and yeah, just hopefully you guys got to stay in and stay cozy. Everyone's safe and sound. Where we left off, we were discussing season one of Fallout, and we actually, due to some scheduling stuff, we weren't able to talk about the conclusion of season one. And now that season two is out, I believe, yeah, there's a couple episodes are out now. We have now blown through the finale and the first two episodes of season two. So today we will be kind of wrapping up season one and talking about the beginning of season two. Yes. Now, season one, we're before we jump in, of course, I'm just telling the listeners what, where we left off. But before we jump in, Hayden, what did you get for Christmas? I'm just curious.
I got lumps of coal and no.
Makes sense.
No, because we have a household of 8 people now. Instead of buying gifts for everybody, we do a Secret Santa.
Right.
So you only have to get gifts for one person. And Nash, my nephew, he got me some cooler things. He got me a koala stuffy because he knew that koalas are from Australia.
Very good.
Yeah, he got me a bunch of they're like snowballs, but they're literally just like foam balls that you can throw inside. Because he has a bucket of them and he wanted more for Uncle to play with him with, so he got me some too.
Sure.
I got a cookbook and yeah, the usual the candies and the chocolates and all of that good stuff that you try to eat quickly, but you can't.
Yes. Yes. Did you guys have a limit on your secret?
You can. You can.
You can. Well, I gotta say, I tipped the scales this weekend at 230 pounds, and I was like, holy crap! I thought I survived Christmas and New Year's okay, but apparently I did not.
230.
230.
Wow. Yeah. So do you guys have a spending limit on your
How
Secret
often
Santas?
would you say you weigh yourself?
I try to only do it once a week on my weekends. Sometimes I try to spread it to 2 weeks to sort of make sure that it's not just like a fluctuation. And limit was $150.
So your nephew's snowballs cost about $100, I'm guessing, and the koala was about $30-$40.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was the limit. That was the maximum. I mean, I can't remember what else. It's somewhere around here. I got
Who did you
spoiled.
get? Who did you get?
I got the mother-in-law. So,
Was it hard to shop for her or buy something for her?
I had Alex's help because she always just wants to help me. She's like, I know stuff. I can help you. I was like, okay, let me
You're a
try and get
project.
things.
You're her
She's like-
project.
I was like, let me
Yeah,
try and
did you,
get
did you
things
buy
first.
her a new son-in-law?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh. Sick burn.
Big burn, man. Been loading that one in the barrel.
First burn of 2026 on the show.
And of course, it goes to me.
Yes, I wouldn't
Call me
want to end it
ugly
away.
and then say don't
Yeah.
don't deserve the family I got.
You're ugly and replaceable.
Get out of here. As long as I got you guys, that's all right.
Justin, now I'm
That's
just
it.
curious for you, out of your lovely family with 3 kids and a wife, is there anyone in particular that's the hardest to buy for?
Kate.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
for sure,
kids
Kate,
generally
because
generally pretty easy, but yeah.
They also can't argue back.
kids is generally pretty easy. Well, and like they're still into like toys and games and stuff like that and books, so it's easy. But Kate, like fuck, we've been like we don't do gifts for each other anymore, so that makes it easy. But if I had to, I'd say her, because usually she just wants like clothes or something that she needs. And I told her years and years and years and years ago that I was never buying clothes for her anymore because like you can't ever do it right. It's like you buy a nice shirt. Like something happened one time. I bought her a shirt. It was a really nice shirt. And she like never wore it. Never wore it. And then I think I bought her something else another time, and it's whatever the reason was, um, it wasn't right. And so she had asked me the next year when I had asked her what she wanted, and she told me, and it was like clothes or something. And I was like, never, like, I'm never buying you clothes again, like, because it's like, because I had a conversation with her about the shirt. She's like, oh, I don't have any nice shirts to wear because we were going out. And I was like, well, yeah, but that one I got you. Oh no, I can't. I was like, well, you said you really like it, so, but you never wear it. So like, what's going on? She's like, I just don't like the way it is a nice shirt. Like it's a nice shirt. I just don't like the way that it hangs on me or the way that and I was like, oh, okay. Like I'm never fucking buying new clothes
Yeah.
again. Like I can't, it's too difficult. And so I'm happy for her to buy it herself. Like go pick it out and I'll buy it, or you buy it and then I'll put from me on it. But
Yeah.
I can't, I can't, I just can't. So, but this year I got her, like we don't do gifts, but I always do like just a little small thing. So I got her,
Right.
I think some Lindor chocolates from the kids, and then just like a little set of wireless headphones, because she's always watching or listening to her audiobooks and usually in bed, and she's still got like the cord hanging from the phone to the, so I got her a little pair of
Nice.
wireless earbuds.
Nice. Do your kids still have like
So
sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, as so like this year it was a bit easy because I was just wandering thinking like, oh, I just gotta get something small for her, and then I happened to wander into that section. I was like, oh, like she uses headphones, but she uses wired ones. So
Mm.
this year was kind of a bit easier, I guess. But no, normally she's the hardest.
Right. No, I was just gonna ask you if your kids make it easy for you guys by writing a list, sort of thing. Like, oh, I want like Santa,
Oh
can you
yeah,
give me this, that, and that? So, because I feel like when you're getting stuff for kids, if they don't have a list, I've seen enough videos on Instagram or social media where the kids open something and the face of disappointment will just break your heart.
yeah.
You're like, oh, I think they'll like this. I think they'll like whatever. But yeah, that's
I mean, you should like usually your kid well enough. You can, if they didn't have a list, I would think. But no, we always make them do a list, and then like the younger they are, the longer their list is, and we just tell them like, you're not going to get everything on your list. So like, what do you really want? Um, and then we run into this every year because I used to buy all the Christmas shopping, but do all the Christmas shopping, but Kate does now because I tend to get a little bit overboard. Anyway, so we had to reel that in with her, so she took charge of it. Um, but she would, when we gather all the presents and we're like laying them on the bed, like, okay, who's gonna be from who, like what's gonna be from Santa and all that sort of stuff. Um, she would like pick things and she's like, oh, like this should be from Santa and this should be from us. I'm like, no, you can't I was like, something that was on their list has to be from him, because it wouldn't
Right.
make like otherwise. It's like, why are they writing this list to him if he's not getting him anything on the list?
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of been a thing the last couple of years, but we definitely get them to do a list.
No, that's smart. Do you guys put out cookies and milk?
Cookies and milk, and yeah, Sam even left footprints this year coming in from the back door.
Set
It's crazy.
Love it. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I'll send you guys a picture in the chat after. It's pretty cool.
Big
Nice.
old
Yeah, I
boots.
actually
But yeah,
didn't
it's
really,
always
I didn't really get up too much. I just stayed in and watched a crap load of movies. Did
nice.
the trilogy, Lord of the Rings trilogy in one day. Watched
Damn.
all the Harry Potters.
In one day.
Watched the one
Nice.
yeah. Well, Harry Potters were broken up, but the trilogy in one day, it's casual
like
12
9
hour
hours right there.
experience. Yeah, like around 12, 9 to 12. And I watched one battle after another. That was a PTA.
Oh yeah, how is that?
Yeah. Have you watched it? Have any of you guys watched it?
I wanted to see
No,
it,
but I want to.
and it just
Yeah, no, because I haven't watched that many PTA movies, to be honest. But I enjoyed this one. It was, you start right with a bang, and kind of the pace was great. But I enjoyed it thoroughly. So if you have time, just see if you can check it out. And yeah, just a bunch of
What'd you
random
guys do
shows
for
on
New Year's?
Netflix. Say again.
New Year's.
What'd you guys do for New Year's? Did you do anything? Yeah, New Year's Eve.
We do
Anything?
here we do fondue every New Year's. So we got the fondue pot set out, and everyone sitting around a table. You all get your plate. There was a massive spread. Holy crap! Was there a massive spread? We had a
Wait, is
second.
it a cheese or chocolate?
we just
fondue?
do oil. We used to have a cheese
Oh.
one, but this one is just like hot oils. We were gonna do chocolate for dessert, but everyone was so full from dinner that we were like, we'll save the chocolate for the morning.
So you
Nice.
dip. I don't think I've ever had oil fondue. So you literally what do you dip in?
That's how you do it in the farm shower
Yeah.
in the bush. Yeah,
So,
pump
okay,
up
so-
some oil and fucking dip your fucking goat meat in it.
So what they used to do was they would have a bowl of batter and the hot oil. So you would get your
That's like
piece of-
batter show, but just
Oh, right.
yeah,
Right.
batter.
I'm like, what's
Yeah.
a batter?
There's
Okay.
there's an R on the end of it. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Hard R.
and then you dip in that and then in the
Harder.
oil. But this time, very hard. Arr. This time we got everything pre-battered. So that
Don't
we didn't
even
have
change how you talk. It's okay.
we got it pre-battered so that you could just dip it straight in the oil. And then there's a raclette as well, so you can throw like
Oh yeah.
meat on there and fry it, or the little slidey bits underneath it, and you put all your fancy cheeses and your deli cuts and your breads and all of that, and toast it and then slide it off and eat it. It's like it doesn't look like much, but when you have a ton of little portions, you suddenly get very full very quick.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
Dude, we
And
had
then-
we had a raclette for years and years and years, and never took it out of the box once. It just seemed like too much work, bro. Like
This is
I
like
don't know.
this once a year. That's it. Once a year. That's the only
Yeah.
really time that we ever do it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I did. I personally, what did I do? I went to a friend's house and just played games and did the countdown, and I think I got home by like 1.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I had to
I'm
work
gonna-
as well, but
I'm getting at the age where I kind of just wouldn't mind doing the Eastern countdown and it's packing it in.
9 o'clock. Yeah,
Dude,
here we go.
That's the beautiful thing about kids, is that we used to do that, but Jocelyn this year, she's all excited for it, and because we always do like just like food, like just eat, and it was actually really fun. We had like a soccer tournament. It was just the family this year. We were invited to a couple things, but we just wanted to keep it low key because we were hosting Kate's parents over Christmas. And so we did like a little soccer tournament, a little table curling tournament thing, and did karaoke. Like both Jocelyn and Elsie got these microphones from Santa that they have like a speaker around it, the microphone, so it plays the music and your voice comes out there, and you can hook it up to like Bluetooth and stuff. So we just like ended up playing, like we just going on YouTube on the TV actually, and you can listen to music and they have the lyrics up with it. So we just did like karaoke and then but Jocelyn was all like, we got to do the countdown down, but not the 9 o'clock one, not the early one.
How does she know there's an early version one down?
Because one of the
God.
events we were invited to, when I was reading it, it was like, whatever, bring this, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll do the early countdown for the kids. And then, because there would have been some younger kids there as well. And then the adults do the later one. So she had it in her head that like, oh, the kids do the early countdown. She didn't want to do that. So we stayed up for the midnight one. I turned it on. It's funny because I turned it on to just the New York one, because I always replay it. And then we were watching some of the music stuff from like about 11:30 on, and then I can see the time on my phone as well. And then I see when they come back from commercial, they're like, okay, like we're getting close now. And then they have like the timer up on there. And I was like, oh, that doesn't match this. I wonder if they'll delay it or whatever. And they're like, okay, so the final 60 seconds, and they're panning to everybody and they're talking. And I can see on my phone, and I'm like, is my phone wrong? Because they're saying a minute and like the countdown's from 60. But I can see on my phone it's only 11:57.
Yeah.
So I go to like world
I noticed
clock
that
for
too.
Vancouver time. Yeah, in Vancouver time, and I was like, oh my God, no, it's wrong. And so I'm like sitting with this information by myself, and it's clicking down, and people are talking, and the kids and they're getting excited, and it's 30, and then it gets to 24 seconds, and I pause the TV, and they all look at me. I was like, I'm sorry, but this does not line up with the real time, and I can't celebrate New Year's like 2 minutes early, like something about it. It just didn't feel right starting the new year like in a lie. So I was like, when we get to 24 seconds left on here, I'll unpause it. And so we did do that, and I unpaused it, and then we did it together. But I was telling one of my neighbors about that story too, actually. And he's like, dude, it's so funny that you say that, because yes, it was. And he's like, because he went back, he's like, I went back the next day because they did the same thing. And he's like, I looked at when all my messages were sent to wish people Happy New Year's, and he's like, they were all 2 minutes early. He's like, so yes, absolutely, the time was off.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I caught it,
that.
and I couldn't live with it. I couldn't. It felt weird.
Yeah.
Did you celebrate with that, or did you wait?
I noticed way too late. I noticed within the 10 seconds, and I looked at my phone, and it was still, it wasn't quite 2 minutes. It was maybe a little bit less than that, and everyone's already screaming 7, 6, and at that point, I'm not gonna be like.
Could you imagine?
Just wait.
You should have
turned the TV off.
Paused it with 1 second left. Yeah. Turn the TV off. Yeah.
So no, I wish I found out early and did what you did, but it was a little bit too late for that. Now, just to pivot a little bit, I don't know when you guys watched because Justin and I have watched the finale of season 1 of Fallout before. Hayden, this is your first go around. Without diving too deep about recaps or what happened, I guess we can just kind of talk about what your initial reactions of season 1 as a whole to wrap up season 1. Were you satisfied, or were you sort of,
as you're thinking about that, because I could see you're searching the stars for your answer.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, I just want to say thank you to the listeners for your patience on this. I know we were one episode away from wrapping this up, and if you'd been following it along, I don't know if you were cussing us out, or if you understood and appreciated that the time of year. So I just want to say thank you for your patience. I hope you enjoyed the Die Hard Christmas read because we did want to throw something up for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. But yes, that is all I wanted to say
Yeah,
because
good point. Thank you.
we were getting pretty deep into it before we stepped away for a couple weeks.
I did enjoy it. I watched it twice because I remember the first time I watched it, I did like 3 episodes in a row, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I slept through some of this, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it before we talk about it. So I did watch it again, and yeah, there were big chunks that I had missed. So I'm glad I gave it a second watch. Overall, like, yeah, it answered a lot of questions, and I was like, oh, what? They killed the lady off? Like, she was like the whole driving force of the season was to get to whatever her name was, Maldiva or whatever. And she's obviously she'd been in cryo freeze, like they figured out that some of them all have, and which leads into the second season. But the way they built it all up, and the way that there was the betrayal of the guy's wife, where they were like, oh, we're actually going to cause the nuclear event so that we make more money. I'm like, what a freaking dick move. But, you know, it was a good, what's the word for it?
It's a good surprise finding out that she was the one behind it.
Yeah, but then when we lead into the, you know, he's looking for them. So there's obviously something that happened that redeemed her. Even though he had to spy on her to find out that information, he still is looking for her. Because we were, you know, earlier we were saying what's keeping the ghoul going for 200 years, and that's to find his family. And then we find out that his wife, of all people, was the cause of this. Was a big holy crap. I did find it interesting though that the father that she was trying to find this whole time, all of a sudden there's like and it's like father-daughter dynamics gone. A lifetime of that is suddenly out of the picture when she finds out what he's done. And I'm always curious. I'm like, really, like, has he been living a lie for 20 years and he doesn't really care for his daughter? I mean, obviously they didn't care about the wife because she's dead. And that was in inverted commas for our listeners at home.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Because obviously I don't think she's dead. Much like in Paradise. Much like in Paradise where we're like, there's no way the dude's wife is dead. She's out there somewhere. And I'm pretty sure that wife McLean is out there. And I was going to actually bring this up. Do you know that the daughter, Justin, her name's Lucy.
They killed
Lucy McLean. I'm like, that's John McClane's daughter.
Yeah.
The McClane is spelt different, but I was like, oh, I wonder if that's an homage. But anyway, sorry, you were going to say?
Lucy, what, like,
no,
blew
she
her
is
head
dead.
off or something? Or what?
Yeah, she was the ghoul that was at the dinner table. Remember? She was the one when they met with Maldive or whatever, and she had that old lady ghoul sitting at the table.
Wearing a necklace or something?
Wearing the necklace, and that was what gave it away. And then
that was Lucy's mom?
That's what she said, because she was like, where's my mother? And she's like,
shit.
you know. And then that's when they show her look again, and then the camera punches in on the little medallion or whatever, the necklace that she had. And then that's why Lucy shot her at the end. It was like, put her out of her misery.
To end her misery.
Oh, see, I watched it twice and I still miss shit like that. I was just like, I thought that was Maldiva's mom. I was like, why are you keeping a ghoul around? Like, and I still don't know how that happens. Like, how do they become ghouls? Because we see the Squire guy get that dodgy medicine that heals his bunged up foot.
Right.
And then he gets shot through the neck with an arrow and he's like, why am I not dead? And they're like, oh, I think you're a ghoul.
That was awesome. He hasn't come back yet in season 2.
No. So I'm guessing there was some sort of medicine developed in the 200 years since the bombs dropped that didn't do it. It healed people, but it turned them into like these zombie-like folks. I'm thinking that's maybe what. Because otherwise, why? It's not is it a nuclear mutation that causes people like?
Well, like I was thinking, like because of the
I thought it was exposure to the radiation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like what the ghoul is now, he still needs those. Still needs to from time to time inject himself, right? And so if he doesn't have that, maybe over time he'll turn into kind of like a
A little
lifeless
feral.
sort of like a zombie sort of thing. So maybe that's what happened, because maybe the mom over like a few hundred years didn't have access to the remedy or the cure, and then just turned into some sort of like dried up jerky zombie.
Yeah, she looked like a fucking raisin, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Up
Like
in
a
the
little raisin.
But it was good. I like the way that it rounded out. The fact that the dude had the cold fusion technology in his neck, and now the whole of Los Angeles is powered, and the Brotherhood took it over. So now they've pretty much got an entire city at their disposal. But that led into season 2, and then we're finally getting more of the world that we were wondering about. You've got the other fractions of the Brotherhood, I guess. There's 3 other ones, part of the Commonwealth. Actually, no, the Commonwealth was the 4th one. So
Right.
all of these different ones coming together.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I thought season 1 did a good job of wrapping up the story for season 1. Like,
But
it
also
answered
raising
the
questions
Maldives, how it
about season 2 though. Like you're right. I think the wrap up was great, but then
exactly.
yeah. You're like, where's the dad going?
But then it
And,
led to, yeah, exactly. And then, like, why'd you let him get away? Well, because it's easier to, chase a pig than to know where it's going than find out when it's dead, or whatever the line was. Yes, exactly. What I mean is, like, I felt it wrapped up what it needed to wrap up for season 1, with at the same time leaving interest for where's it going to go in season 2.
right.
And when it jumped into season 2, it was like right off with a bang, with the ghoul sort of, captured in a barbed wire rope around his neck on a diving board at a pool. It was like, oh, how did we get here?
Yeah. Lucy not wanting to kill anybody. Still playing that I'm a good person card.
This is one of my notes that I had, actually, and that was that Lucy's just really annoying me now. Like, into season 2, there's things she's doing, especially in episode 2 of season 2. Like, I get it, and it's funny because Kate, I was watching it with her, or she was there on her phone, but then she couldn't help but watch, and she was asking me so many questions, and I was like, I try to get you to rewatch this with me and watch season 2 with me when it started. Like, I've been trying to since the beginning, because she watched season 1 with me, like when I watched it the first time, but she didn't want to rewatch it. And when I started season 2, she didn't want to watch it, and I was like, okay. But then she came in, for episode 2, and caught herself watching it, and then all the questions were coming, and then when they ended up when they were walking Lucy and the ghoul, and then she hears somebody calling from help from like the hospital or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, like, we can't just leave somebody if they're asking for help. And then she starts walking to the hospital, and Kate goes like, oh yeah, that's why I stopped watching, because Lucy annoys me. I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm getting to that point now too in season 2 where I'm like, and I said to her, I was like, she's just always trying to do the right thing. And then like 40 seconds later, she says something to the ghoul about, you just got to do the right thing. And I was like, yeah, but you've been like, for me with her, like, it works sometimes. I get it to move the story, but also it's like, you have now been out in this world long enough. And the fact that, sorry, I know I'm jumping to like kind of the end of episode 2, where she leaves the ghoul. She has one stimpack. She stimpacks a stranger to leave the ghoul, being like, you're not a good person. I'll never be like you. And, you'll be fine eventually, because I know you don't die. And then they leave. I'm like, fuck, man. The only reason you're alive is because of him. The only reason. You would not be as far as you are right now if it weren't for him. Like, why are you still doing this? Why are you still not listening to him? Why are you still thinking that you can do this on your own? You can't. And to me, it's like, there's no change in the character. And by this point into season 2, I'd like to see a change in the character. Like I saw a glimpse of it happening in season 1. I even commented like, "Oh, she's finally maybe coming around." But it's like, no, she's still playing this like innocent, like if we're just nice to each other, then they'll see kindness. And it's like,
Yep.
I'm barely can handle it.
Yeah, and I feel like her knowing what the ghoul is about and his powers and et cetera, you don't really want that guy on your bad side anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why play with fire?
Yeah.
And yeah, so no, I understand that too. Like, I am starting to feel a little bit uh, annoyed as well. Um, And yeah, we are just kind of summarizing and just commenting little bits and pieces from season 2, episode 1 and 2. But I think it's kind of interesting the arc and the storyline of Maximus because for those of you who don't know, he was given credit for I guess killing was the right word. Killing, I don't remember her or the name, but
Moldaver, or whatever it is.
yes,
Moldaver.
so everyone kind of respects him now, and he's kind of hailed like almost like a king sort of thing. But then that's the end of season 1, and then now he kind of has these moments. It's I wonder if he's kind of. I kind of feel like it seems like he's turning into someone that he doesn't want to be. He never wanted to be in a sense. You get a bit of a backstory on episode 2 of where he lived before Lucy's dad destroyed it.
Love that.
Sandy, was it Sandy Hills? Sandy Hills? Sandy something.
Springs? Sandy Springs? Something like that.
I think it's
The
I
new
think
California Republic.
Right. And then there was some kind of like zombie-esque guy who was repeating one word over and over and over and over again that was connected to a bomb. And then Maximus's dad shoved him in a refrigerator.
Lead-lined refrigerator.
Lead refrigerator, and that's you kind of see how he would survive. And it was just really sad to do the timing because they were all set, they were all happy, they had fresh water, they had a huge kind of bright future ahead of them, and then within seconds it got destroyed. So his story right now, I'm pretty interested in. Yeah, I like his transformation from kind of being a little bit
Yeah.
cowardly at the beginning, and now he's seen the world, and yeah,
You can see that Maximus is trying to tidy up the brotherhood that he's grown up with back to what he had thoughts of as a kid. Like as a kid, you're like, oh, the knights are like the top perfect people of the new world. So he's like trying to sharpen them all up. Like there's the fools that are playing with live grenades inside and stuff, and they all raid Area 51 and get all of the like alien tech weapons that are hidden from society, and then they just go all play around. And he's like, no, like stop being like fools, like. So he's trying to do that, and then he's obviously when he has that fight with that guy, it's a dirty fight, and he ends up having to kill the guy, and you know that it's not him as a person is not to kill one of your own, but obviously he's like a gladiator. He's in a ring of people cheering him on to kill one of his own, and obviously he doesn't want to do it, but he ends up doing it. So there's a good conflict you can see within his character that he wants to do good and change the way things are, but then there's obviously another agenda of the soul, like the knights and whatnot, of what they want to do.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's. And I mean, he did kill that guy, but the guy was the one who pulled the knife on him, and he tried to get out of that fight from the beginning. And then the guy wanted to do it with no armor, and then he pulled the knife and
Bareback.
And so, I think there's good in him. I think he misses Lucy. I think him and Lucy, bareback. And yeah, so And it's really interesting them introducing more factions of the Brotherhood and the Commonwealth. So like that, it's interesting because we watched all these stories come together, and like we discussed, like, oh, they're all going to come together at the end, and you sort of see that, and then they all come together at the end, and then it splits off again. I mean, the Ghoul and Lucy were together at the beginning of season 2, but now they've kind of separated. Lucy's ended up with, I don't know, these like role playing night motherfuckers. They look like they are in a giant, I don't know, role playing game. So yeah, what am I trying to say? Like they all get together at they finally got together at the end of season 1, and then season 2 they're kind of off doing their own things again. And the story goes on. They're still looking for the dad, but what's interesting is when we follow the dad, which I think leads to the next sort of major question that we have in season 2. Now I know there's things with the Brotherhood and wondering what's going on there, and I know there's things with Lucy's brother in the vault still, because they had he ended up releasing everybody that was cryogenically frozen, all the managers that were going to come and be the overseers that get released every 30 years. He released them all because he's in a desperate attempt, because Buddy McFucking Atkins had locked him in Vault 31 and he's starving to death. So that's a big question. At the end of episode 2, we see them actually finally escape out through the vent. But for me, the big question, and I think why, I mean, they literally started season 2 with introducing this new character and this chip. And it's a scene from the past, and they're in a bar. This guy goes out to fight these patrons of the bar in the back alley, and he puts this chip thing on the back of his head, and he pulls out this little dial, and he like gives him a command. He follows the command, but then he's turning up this dial, and his head eventually explodes, and then that's it. It's kind of all and then we kind of hear the name throughout the first kind of 2 or first episode, I think it is, but it isn't really until episode 2 when the dad gets to Las Vegas, like the major Vault-Tec base, fortress, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, where they do all their experiments and stuff. And he starts experimenting on mice because he finds where they've been developing these chips that we saw in that very first episode, and they've gotten smaller and smaller. And he broadcasts this message out about how he's going to continue this work. And then as we see him testing it on mice, like, this is what I don't know, like, is the end game of Vault-Tec, because we knew it's a business and they wanted to make money, so they created this bomb so people would move into their shelters. And I really like the idea of getting these other investors on board, and everybody gets to run their own vaults, and they can kind of see who has the best solution to surviving a nuclear fallout. But then we're introduced, like, we don't hear about this chip thing at all, and then we get into the second season, and it's like, what is their end game? So is their end game to actually just control people? Like, hey, craziness is going on the outside, so maybe we don't want to live in Vault forever, but if we can control them, if we can put these chips in them, like, is that their end game? And also, I don't understand the chips. Like, they don't really make it clear what it does. I mean, they talk about it being like this, like, computing, like, link to their brain, where you would think that it's control, but I don't get the dial thing, because it's almost like they're trying to get dialed all the way to the top without them exploding, but they haven't figured that out yet. They kind of always explode before the dial gets maxed out as they're spinning it. So I can't, like, I don't get the purpose of the dial. I don't get, like, I get that must have something to do with some form of mind control, but I don't know if you guys have given it much thought as to what you think it might be, or if it's just as simple as mind control. But then again, what is the dialing up of the thing? I don't, like, this is what I'm kind of curious about. Because then if they get it mastered, who's he going to slap it on? Is he going to slap it on Lucy? Is he going to slap it on the Ghoul? And then what,
That's true. I don't know how at the end game whether they're trying to mass produce, I don't know, millions of these to slap on all like maybe all the managers or people who are being frozen or whatever. But remind me about the first time you see the dial is with I think it was Justin Theroux who was the actor who played the guy in the bar. They go in the alley and then he plants it on the bald guy who was about to beat him up.
Yeah,
And
he
then
showed up
was
with
he
31 million.
losing control of him at the end and that's when the dial went up? Is so like is the dial something that when it's low you get certain control and then when it's higher you get full control, that kind of thing? Is that how it works? I don't know. Like
Yeah,
was the bald guy kind of like not fully listening to his orders and that's why he went up and then he exploded? Is that how it went?
yeah, and it's weird because it was kind of like, was he actually listening to his instructions because he had control of them, or was he listening to his instructions because he's like, I mean, I never really liked these guys to begin with, and that's $31 million in cash. So yeah, I'll just fucking pummel him with a baseball bat and take the money, thanks. And sorry, quick little digression, but the second guy there that's watching his buddy get beat to death with a baseball bat, A, you don't do anything, and B, you know what's coming for you next. Why did you wait till he finished pummeling your friend and then try and run away? Like I get that they do it for
I thought about that
writing
too.
and
Yeah.
show, but it's like stuff like that just kind of annoys me sometimes. But yeah, so yeah, because at the end, after he got the second guy, I believe he did start like kind of approaching um Justin's character, and then that's when he sort of started cranking up the dial. But yeah, they don't really like. I wonder if we'll get more. I mean, as of course the season goes on, but to me, I'm just like, what is that? Is that like the kind of the? Is it the like electromagnetic pulse or like that they're sending through their brain and that's what dials it? And like, why does it explode? Like, is it a bomb? Like, it's not a bomb. It's some, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't quite been able to
Yeah.
really figure it out. Maybe that's just because that's a cool way when it doesn't work. Is just, it's Fallout. They like the gore. It's just like, okay, blow them up. We
I
need
have
more
a
bodies blowing up.
my theory, because you just kind of brought it up, is that war room of corporations at the end of season 1 were all given the power to have their own vaults and try and figure out the best way to survive a fallout, which the whole concept is kind of stupid. It sounds like this is power money people like, whoa, instead of waiting for the Reds to bomb us, why don't we just experiment it on ourselves? Like, what? All for the point of money. Anyway, each
That
of
surprises
those
you?
not when you're looking at it like today with what happened
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
certain other countries, leaders. Anyway, each of these
Get into that,
companies.
Hayden.
Let's get into that next time. That'll be a bonus episode.
Yeah, there you go. Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So each of these companies have got their chance to see how they could best create the next generations of humanity after a nuclear fallout, right? So my theory is that all of the vaults that we see have an overseer, someone who is in charge of the vault. And then we also have seen that Buds or whatever is their way of having people from the past be the ones that are in control. So they are the people that they've picked from then will be the ones in control later. Maybe old mate who lives in Vegas, who's in charge of all of Vegas, maybe his way of having would be a complete control overseer. So everyone in his vaults has one of these chips, so that if there is any insubordination from anyone or an uprising, they can just, or any free thought, like Baldy was doing, I think afterwards, they can just dial it up until they have complete control of everybody. Maybe that's what that chipset is to have absolute control if there is any uprising, so that they have the perfect quote unquote vault people for whatever they keep saying it's called when they go to the
Reclamation
surface.
Day.
Reclamation Day. So they all have the perfect Reclamation Day. That's what I'm thinking, because Dad McLean goes, I'm going to continue your work, and then when I've perfected it, you're going to beg me to have, the answer to it.
You're gonna give me that promotion, yeah.
Yeah, so he's probably playing both sides here. He's a Vault Tech man, and he's also Vegas Vault Tech man,
Yeah, I forget that guy's name. They've mentioned it a couple times, and I was like, oh, this is an important name. I should remember this for the podcast. And then, did I write it down? And no.
No.
Aren't you guys glad we aren't doing trivia on everything we watch anymore like we used to?
Oh, God, yeah, that was stressful.
What's his name?
know.
Vegas man. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, when you freeze frame in minute 12,
Yeah.
what do you see at the corner of the screen? So where we left off at the end of season 2 is, yes, the dad is continuing to test on mice, failing and killing about dozens and dozens of rats. And Lucy was with the woman that she saved, and then she mentioned something about how Lucy should go back home because she doesn't want her to get raped by the wrong people, as if there's right people to get raped by. Anyways,
Yeah.
so the last thing you see is kind of all these, how would you raggedy looking
LARPers.
dirty sure.
They looked like they were dressed in like old, like medieval Roman knight stuff. Like they looked like
Yeah,
What
like
they call them?
torches. Yeah. Sorry, Hayden, what'd you say?
What did the ghoul call them?
What
the
this is
lady-
gonna be
Ghoul
one of my
wasn't with
trivia
her.
questions.
Yeah,
the
I
ghoul
don't.
wasn't.
No,
The ghoul wasn't with them.
no, but when they went to the hospital, there was the two people there, and I can't remember what he called them. It wasn't like
Oh, right. Oh,
wasn't like
yes.
towel heads or turban heads. It wasn't something
Oh
racial
yes,
like
yes,
that.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what he said
Because
before
she-
slicing one of them in the throat.
Yeah,
They're
she
from the West.
instantly fucks Lucy off. She's like, "Don't want you to get raped by the wrong people," and then boom, she's gone. Not the
The
fact.
best Irish goodbye ever.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you just saved me from getting eaten by a giant scorpion. But see ya. Bye.
And this is what pisses me off about Lucy. Like I could see that coming a mile away. I was like, okay, is she gonna lead him to her tribe and they're gonna kidnap her? Like this isn't gonna end well for Lucy. And
But
that's
she
why
told them that she was nice. She's like, before you do anything.
I didn't like that. I know
I am nice.
everybody's got different cultures out here, but I just want to let you guys know I'm nice.
I'm nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have Lucy. That's how we end that episode, just being surrounded by all those medieval scavenger-looking people. And then you have, like I said, the dad with the mice. And then you also have Norm, as Justin said, getting out with a bunch of the managers, right? Managers.
Yeah.
All of them.
Did they say where he plans to take them?
No.
No, they didn't. It just kind of that storyline ended with them getting to the surface and him kind of looking around. So now they're
Right.
on the surface. They're not going to be able to get. I guess they technically could get back in the vault with their little bit boy things, or. But yeah, I had no idea where that's gonna go. But he has convinced them all that he is like 200 years of evolution, like the perfect extreme manager leader, and he's the boss of all of them.
Yeah, he has a nice little
So he's-
following.
Yeah, so he's got a little cult following he can build with. But where do they go? Like now they're gonna experience the real world out on their own.
I foresee a romantic thing happening with.
Norman, Lucy, I know how you think.
Yeah.
No, that was
One
the
can only
two.
hope.
That was the two redheads that were like, "We're lifting the rule on."
So awkward.
Oh
And
God.
he's like, "No, we're not changing the
God.
rule." No, with management girl who was blind longer than the rest of them.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, because she was pretty heavily featured in that of all the
Yeah,
awakened managers.
they're totally
Yes.
gonna ship, as they say, shipping.
Yes. Yes. And then where did we? Okay, so after Maximus killed the giant of a man, where do we leave off with that? We had a shot of, is it Dane, the other guy that's in the Brotherhood with the
The
light
very
stash?
androgynous.
Yes.
It ended that theirs ended with the helicopter arriving right after that, and the guy hops out, and he's from the Commonwealth, and he says,
Oh,
"Oh,
Kumail. Yes.
I hear we're
Discussing civil
planning
war.
discussing a civil war," and he said, "I know I wasn't invited," and then the guy's like, "Well, but you're here anyway," and then it just kind of ends with a look, and so I was like, "Is he wanting to flee the Commonwealth and come to them, like join them, or is he just kind of like letting them know he arrived to let them know, hey, the Commonwealth knows what you're up to?"
Yeah.
So we sort of don't really know. It was left a bit of a hanger. And then the ghoul, of course, is still lying with the big scorpion sting in his leg, and which we know from the. I'm assuming it's going to get some sort of infected, because when we saw the guy with whose throat the ghoul slit, when he went to eat him, which was awesome, he spat it out quick and then
Oh yeah.
flipped him over and realized he's got some nasty infection on his back. So I wonder if the ghoul's going to start to get infected.
So in the first episode, the ghoul's neck's all ripped open from the noose, right? And then he has whatever he has in his hand, and he heals himself.
Yes.
So I was like, what does he have in his, like, what is that? Was that a was that a fusion cell?
I thought it was just like a variation of that chemical that he inhales.
Okay.
I think it's like a medipack or whatever.
Like
Okay.
a stim
It's a
pack.
stim
Game
pack.
thing. Yeah.
Stim
So
pack.
yeah, I was like, oh, maybe he'll just use the same thing on his leg, but if he doesn't have anything, that's why he wanted the stim pack. He's like,
Yeah.
give me the stim
Oh,
pack.
that made me so mad that Lucy did that. God damn.
It's like, you'll survive, she won't.
Yeah. I heard from my friend who also was following and watching the series that I don't know because I never played the game, but the first of all, he's very satisfied and impressed with all the props and all the little things that they added. Like, it's always been like that since season 1. But I think the raiders that are surrounding Lucy, these group of people are featured in the game as well, and he believes that it's following a certain storyline from the game. So if you're listening and you have played the game and you're hearing us with all these crazy theories and know for a fact that we're wrong already, just shut your mouth and just
Let us
shut up.
enjoy it.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Don't ruin it for us. God.
God damn it.
Enjoy us finding out how wrong we really are.
That's right.
Yes.
Though we did do pretty good
Yes.
with season 1 on a few things. We got a few things right.
I
Speculation.
mean, Chow and I had watched it already, and there was still a lot of things I got wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think I got more wrong than right, and I had watched it already. No, but I'm really. I thought to sort of wrap things up. I really felt satisfied with the end of season 1. Answering what I needed answered. Emphasis on needed, because you don't need everything answered because you want the story to go on.
Mhm.
And I like what they've been introducing so far in the first 2 episodes of season 2. And I'm interested to see, because at some point Lucy and Norm will have to reunite. Like, I don't think they're gonna have just kind of like with the Ghoul and Maximus and Lucy and the dad in season 1, you kind of knew they were all gonna arrive at the same place at some point, and they did. And the brother was still dealing with the stuff internally in the vault, and so we were still, and I think that was valuable as we went through season 1 because we didn't know anything yet. So having that storyline in there made sense because it gave us more information about the overseers and Bud Atkins and what really happened in Vault 32. So now that he's escaped and he is out in the world, in the wastelands, I feel like they're going to end up getting together again somehow. But I really like the storylines that they've sort of established with everybody. And again, interested to see how they're going to bring it all together into season 2 and arrive at what will ultimately be the conclusion of season 2. I'm hoping we find out what the real deal is with these chips, how the civil war with the Brotherhood is going to play out. I hope Lucy, I really, really hope she just fucking comes to her senses, man. Like, you're not in Vault 33 and living in happy little paradise. You're in the wastelands. It's time you start acting like it. And that may be my only real hold up or negative. What I don't like about it is if that doesn't happen, because it's getting to the point, like I said already, is just becoming too much. She's just like she has no right to be this naive and dumb anymore.
Yes. Yeah. Very naive. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah.
Well, especially after what she saw in Vault 4 and how they all reintroduced religion as well. That was one of my questions from season 1, was like, why is there no religion even though they have the golden rule, which is what she's still trying to follow? And they're like, hey, here's our religion. Everybody get your tits out and pray to it was Maldiva as well, wasn't it? Or whatever her name was. Anyway, I don't know why they were praying to her. Maybe she was from Vault 4. But I agree with you, Justin. I think ice here for skating on thin ice here with her character development, because she did get to a point at the end, especially when she draws a gun on her own family.
Yeah.
You think, okay, she's finally accepted that, life on the surface is kill or be killed.
As I say, survival, yeah.
And hence why she's like, yeah, okay, I'll team up with the Ghoul, even though the guy's tried to kill me a bunch of times. He's cut my finger off and left me for dead and all of this stuff. But he's still my best chance of getting where I need to go. And yet, so I'm hoping now that she's by herself, maybe she'll figure that out, that, it's not everybody is good. I mean, if you look at...
Sorry, I was going to say, I also think it's frustrating because I think every encounter that she's come across above the vault hasn't been necessarily a good one. You remember the 2 people that she saw with Maximus on the bridge? They tried to kill them, and she was still adamant about helping them.
Yeah.
The person with the water at the beginning, and it's just they're all sketchy people, and it's a little bit frustrating that she hasn't learned her lesson. And you're totally right. I think after season 1, at the end of season 1, I thought that was like a switch. I thought that was a turning point, and it just feels like you back.
She can't even trust her own dad. This guy who's taught her all these things has betrayed her.
Yeah.
Like, you think there'd be a little bit of sort of like, I don't know, anger and resentment and all this building up. Like, it just makes it for a more interesting character if she all of a sudden turns into this, like, okay, like, this is how it is. This is how I'm going to survive. I'm going to hunt him. And and it's just not. It's still, okay, well, I got to do this incredibly difficult thing, and all these evil strangers who try and kill me out here, I'm still gonna be nice to them. Like, no, man, come on.
It'll be good to see. I mean, I guess we'll tackle episodes 3, 4, 5 next, and
I think only episode 3 is out right now.
This is true. So we'll be going 1-1, I
Yeah.
guess. 1-1. I'm ahead of
I don't
myself. I'm
know.
thinking.
I don't. Episode 4 may come out before we record next. If it does, yeah, we'll do 3 and 4. I'm just checking the dates now, Hayden, while you wrap it up.
Cool. So yeah, like there's a lot of good things, and just to jump on what you were saying, Shah, I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was hilarious. Like everyone that she meets, everyone is a little bit weird, even though they're not all trying to kill her. But even like the lady where she buys the flea soup from, straight
yeah.
away she's
Oh,
like, if you see my son, kill him or get my money back, you know.
I totally
Like-
forgot about her.
So that should tell you, it's like even those people that are good are still looking out for themselves, even over their own family. So there's got to be a point. Yeah, there's got to be a point. It's got to come soon, and I'm sure it will. Because even like, or it might be a good. Like this is what Vault 33 was doing to brainwash their people. You know, they managed to do it so well that they're all, they're all good. They're all good. But you see with people like Norm, where he's like, there's something not right here. And the other dude that's been roped into being baby daddy for 31's overseer, who doesn't know shit.
Yeah, yeah.
She can't do anything on the computer, so she can't really oversee very well. But anyway, it's still been very good storytelling, and it's definitely opening up the world to bigger things. You've got to make it bigger, and there are definitely some big things here like that are happening, and why there are no people in some of those big things is weird as well. Like the headquarters of Vault-Tec where Norm was, I'm like, where the fuck are all the people? But anyway, good show to look forward to. And to wrap things up, Happy New Year, everybody. It's good to see you boys back. I'm glad we all were safe and enjoyed our Christmas and New Year's, and we got to see family, and Xiao's sending out real life love hearts. I wonder if that's a Zoom thing. I'm gonna try it. But anyway, if you want to continue with the conversation with us, you can find us on all your major social media platforms. Chummy Thumbs, TikTok, Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram. Please, 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 for the sake of just insanity, send us an email at chummythumbs@gmail.com. He really wants to get some emails so we can read them out loud. But
we just want an email.
we just want one email. You can say, get off the air, you guys suck, and we'll be like, thanks, we'll keep on thumbing every week. So until next time, people, if you've got your mugs, if you don't, hold up your thumbs. But until next time, boys, keep on
thumbing.
Clink.
New tagline. Hold up your if you don't got your mugs, hold up your thumbs. Just quickly want to add, yes, episode 4 will come out on Wednesday, January 7th. I know this airs on Friday, January 9th. So we'll do episodes 3 and 4 on the next one, and then go one by one following.